So on Tuesday the 21st we got up pretty early at like 3 o'clock in the morning and went to the airport and flew to Croatia. So yeah, that was fun. It was a 7 o'clock flight, so yeah, we got here about probably 11 local time. Croatia's an hour ahead of England, so that wasn't too bad. On Tuesday when we got here, we obviously arrived, checked in, did the whole luggage thing, found our rooms, and then we went to have lunch and just look around the hotel a bit. Yeah, so the hotel was really nice. There's a really nice modern lobby and bar area with more of a monochrome and lime green and I was to say sunny yellow sort of theme, but it looks really modern. There is bits of blue in it as well. What else do they have? They have an indoor pool and an outdoor pool that are filled with seawater, which has sort of been really nice but also the bane of my life because I keep getting salt in my eyes. But I guess, you know, salt's better than chlorine or whatever. They have a really nice dining room that's like really big, and it's got a balcony that overlooks the pool as well, and it has that's where all the buffet like breakfasts and dinners are, because we have half board, so we get all you can eat buffet for breakfast and dinner, and the food is so nice, like seriously guys, spot on. What else is there? There's like a little, I don't know, poolside cafe that you can also go to from the beachfront, because the whole hotel overlooks the seafront as well, and so that same like cafe thing has a divider between it, so one side you can get to it from the poolside and the other side you can get to it from the seaside as well, because also people who won't necessarily be guests at the hotel might want to get food and stuff from that hotel, from not the hotel, the cafe as well. The outside's really quite nice. It's like all glowy and nice. I think that's it in terms of what they have. Oh, the rooms as well. The rooms are really nice. They've got each got quite a big balcony. Trailer interrupting me. They've got a really nice balcony. A big balcony I'm on at the moment, so what can I say? With quite a large sort of double or twin room, depending on what you want. The mattresses zip apart, it's great. Quite a big TV, a desk, some extra lighting. It's quite dark in the room in the corners. a wardrobe, a safe, a nice bathroom with a shower in, stuff like that. So yeah, that was. Nice. So anyway, once we got into the room, we went down to have lunch. So then I think we probably had a little swim then. And then we had dinner in the evening. Food, as I've already said, was amazing. And then after dinner, we had a walk along the seafront just outside the hotel, and it was so pretty, honestly. There was pelicans, water boats, other random things that are great to take photos of. So yeah, had a blast, did some photography. And also such a surreal moon, like it was really pretty. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday the thing I forgot to mention about Tuesday was also in the evening we went down, me and my boyfriend went down to the lobby place to wrap a watch for my mum because it's her birthday on Wednesday that Dad got on the plane ride over, and due to a lack of resources it became wrapped in one of those tourists maps that you can get for free, just pick up on the side. So yeah, that was free. Anyway, Wednesday was obviously Mum's birthday, so we went down for breakfast, gave her presents, all of that, and the beauty of the day was sort of gradually increasing upon it, but she wouldn't, like, I don't know, think that it's coming. She just presumed that that's it, I guess. But anyway, after breakfast we went to the gym, and I forgot to mention the gym, and swimming. We did races, all four of us, because obviously I went, my boyfriend went, and my two parents. So yeah, we did races in the indoor swimming pool. We did a few underwater photos outside, but it was a bit cold outside, so we went back indoors to the indoor swimming pool. Then we went to the beach, but that was really cold and really, really stony, so you couldn't really stand up, so we just sort of ended up sitting in the water picking stones, because I love stones. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel to know what I'm going to do with these stones. Very important. Then we came back. I think we went and did a bit more swimming because we didn't really like the beach. And then we played mini golf, which was great fun. I love mini golf. Terrible at it, apart from the really, really weird turny ones. Good at them. Terrible at the easy shot. Then in the evening it was actually a gala dinner, which I think was in aid of new guests arriving, but it just happened to fall on Mum's birthday, so that was quite funny. We got free, I don't know what it was actually, I think it was like free, it was champagne, or like a red version of champagne. So I think, well, not red, when I say red I mean like pinky, so it's probably like raspberry champagne or something, which was really good. And then we went in and just had the normal buffet dinner afterwards. All the kitchen staff did a procession to I think it was the James Bond theme tune. They were all marching around in their gear, like, and all the staff were introduced to us, so it was really nice. I forgot to mention, just before we entered in, when we went back to the room after a bit of swimming and all that, that was when Mum got her flowers. So that was another surprise. I kind of ballsed it up because I was trying to video her reaction and stood in front of her and held the camera up to her, and so she sort of just looked at me and was like, oh wow, without having even seen the flowers. So yeah, good one, Georgia. Anyway, back to that gala dinner. So we had nice food, and then the last surprise of the day was a cake, a birthday cake for Mum that we'd ordered from the front desk, and it was really cute. It was quite small, but it was plenty for 4 of us. Like, you wouldn't think looking at it, but by the time you cut it up, it was plenty. And it said happy birthday Barbs on it, so yeah. And that puts a cap on Wednesday. On Thursday we woke up really early. I can't actually remember what time it was, but it was really early, and we were going on a Flavours of Istria tour, which was just basically a tour around all the little villages. So the first stop was a place called Bal, which was just a tiny town. It didn't really have much. We just got a bottle of water there, had a quick look around for like 15-20 minutes. There was such a cute little yellow bench. Oh, it looks so cute and quirky, and I love it so much. And a really pretty fuse box cover. Like, who would have thought it? Fuse boxes can be cute too. Yeah, I think that was it for the first stop. It was so funny when we first got on the bus, because our tour guide was called Elvis, and so he was constantly making jokes about how he's not Elvis, his dad loved Elvis, that's why he's called Elvis, but he doesn't sing. And then like later on in the bus journey he started singing when everyone was like falling asleep after having lots of wine. Very funny. Oh, and he introduced the bus driver to us, and then was like, but you won't hear much about him, he's like a Terminator, he just gets us to our destination. Which I found quite funny. Something along those lines anyway. I'm probably not telling it right, but hey ho. Anyway, so the second stop was a place called Revenge, which is known as Little Venice, because they've got like a row of buildings, houses overlooking the water like Venice. And we went for a look around there. We saw a market. Very nice market, and there I got I don't know what they're called. They're like metallic temporary tattoos, I guess. Yeah. I think that was what we got. Oh, and my, I can't see it, it's all tangled. My bracelet. So yeah. Oh, and we also walked to the top of the hill. It was so steep, literally it was like winding up, sort of, with some stalls on the side, all the way to the top where there was a cathedral. So that was nice, good view. And then we went to Grizny, I think it was called, Grizny, I think so, for lunch, and it was like a little family-run restaurant, and we had like a all-inclusive to the price of the day trip lunch. It was weird stuff. It was like pasta, but it's not pasta, but it's like their version of pasta. It's like in little chunks. I can't remember what it's called. It's not very nice, I don't like it. So there's a lot of that. the soup at the beginning for starter was really nice. Like, I hadn't had soup in so long, so loving it. What else did we do? Oh, after we got lunch, when we were walking back to the coach, there was it was sort of a running joke throughout, because there was obviously our bunch and 4 others on the table, so it's a table of 8, so it was another 2 couples, and it just so happened that all of the women hadn't seen the donkey as we walked into the restaurant, but there was a donkey and all the men had, so we obviously had to go find the donkey afterwards. So we went and found it, and I was just casually standing in front of it about to take a photo, and I go, smile, and the donkey actually smiled. No joke, it smiled. So we did it again on camera, and it did it again. It was so cute. Love it. Favourite donkey in the world. Whoop. So then we went to a place called Croatia, I think it is. Croatia? I don't know. And that was really cute. It was another, I guess, medium-sized town. It had quite a lot of just, I guess, market stalls, but just lined up along the street. Of more like antique-y sort of things. I don't know, I guess antique knickknacks is what I'll call it. And there I bought a golden elephant. I was getting it with the view in mind to giving it to my grandma for her birthday, because she absolutely loves elephants. But I'm sort of falling in love with it, so let's see if that actually works out or not. And also the little like teapot hooks, which are really, really cute. Then the last thing we did was just have a drink there, look around, and I think that was it. Then we just went back to the hotel. So that was Thursday. Friday, pretty chill day, just stayed at the hotel, took some more underwater photos and just swam. That's basically it. Had a few ice creams. They have Oreo cornettos here. So yeah, that was great. On Saturday we went to Pula, which is where we flew into. The airport was in Pula. And we walked around the amphitheatre. And the one in Pula is the most intact Roman amphitheatre in the world. And in its, before it like eroded and everything, when it was still being used, it held 22,000 people. It was used for like I can't remember what it's called, feeding Christians to the lions, let's say that. We went, after we'd done that, it was sort of like we walked around the top of it and then around the middle of it, and then you could also go underneath, and underneath it was sort of like a museum. It had loads of clay pots for holding, what did I say, wine, oil, I'm sure there was a third, maybe just water, who knows. And also lots of like mills, like there was an olive press, just one of those big things that you run around in a circle and push. So yeah, and then once we'd done that, we went for a drink again and had a look around the shops. I found a really cute shop, loved the shop, with I think they were selling them, but like, to be honest, they were everywhere. They might as well have just been the decor. and they were little like MDF blocks about yay big with quotes on them. So I'm going to try and do a DIY of those because they were really pretty, they're really easy to do. So make sure you subscribe for that one as well. And yeah, then once we looked in some shops, we just did some general sightseeing, saw some columns. There was a lot of street art in places, which was quite funky. Fox, you know, and a decorated fuse box cover again. They like to decorate their fuse boxes. Can't be having plain fuse boxes. And that was Saturday even. Sunday we did a day trip to Venice. So we got up at like, I think it was 6 or something ridiculous. Oh, it was a fly attacking me. And we caught a bus that took us to Port. And there we got a hoverboat to Venice, and we went walking to St Mary's Square. We did a bit of shopping, heard about some of the history of it, the fact that it always gets flooded like 150 times a year or something like that. What else did we hear? Oh, we went into some of the churches, had a look around. Then we had a little bit of sandwich, nice lunch. I found some strawberry lemonade. Gotta love some strawberry lemonade. It didn't even really taste that much like strawberry though. I don't know. Anyway. Then we went on a gondola, which is basically like this long. It's basically a really pretty canoe that fits more than one person or 2 people in it. It fits, I think it was 6. Yes, 6. So it's black. They were painted black because I think they were used for the people that died or something, and it was because they were mourning the death or something like that. Something to do with mourning. So they were black with like really pretty gold detailing, and they were pom-poms, and it looked very suave. And I think it had a red interior. I can't remember. Anyway, so we just like went on a trip around looking at all the scenery for that. Then we got off that, went for another look round, I guess. Then we got a water taxi back, but the water taxi, our water taxi anyway, because there was a whole group of us, so everyone else got a water taxi before our group was the last, and then we had to wait for ages, and then the guy said, oh yeah, it sunk. So yeah, that was a good start, really instilling hope in us. Then when it finally did arrive, another one, I guess, the guy that was driving it, sailing it, I don't know, was just so relaxed. So who else like sat in it, and he was just stood there, spinning the wheel every now and then, legs crossed on his phone over here, and it's like, okay. You get paid to go on your phone, basically. The sun's really bright, keep squinting, I know. So yes, that was Sunday, I think, all of it. Basically it was just sightseeing, to be honest. Monday we went on a barbecue cruise, and that was so cool, literally. So we got on, and then there was a stop at first that was swimming in like the sea, and also in a cave, and me and my boyfriend didn't go in because, well, we don't really like tides, let's face it. But my mum and dad did, and they said that it was a lot stronger, like the current, than it looked, and also because they went in a cave, the cave was really low down, and the bit that they have to dive under to get into the cave, and the bit that they had to dive under was 2 meters long. So yeah, that was interesting. Dad just dived under and swam through, but the guy there that was helping people get through told Mum to go on her back, because like when the tide came up, it came up and like filled the whole hole basically. So he told her to go on her back and crawl along the wall so you could get like the little tiny bit of air that was probably like that much before the rock. And so she did that, but apparently it was very scary. She's glad she did it, but it's very scary. So, you know, I'm quite glad I didn't do that. Don't want to knock myself off on a rock. She cut herself twice, so you know. Dangerous. Then we stopped. No, we didn't. We didn't stop actually, I don't think. We kept going to this little island, but we were having our dinner, and the dinner was actually really nice. You had 2 options. You could either have fish, which was like literally a whole fish, and salad, like it was like cabbage salad, or chicken and a beef burger with the cabbage salad. So me and Brad went chicken and beef, meaty, and my parents went fish. And once we'd done that, Mum and Dad were chucking their, well, Mum did it first, chucked her skeleton in with the fish head, because obviously like the seagulls, they were like flying with us because they realised we had food. Chucked it into the sea, and then literally like all of them swarming down. So Dad did it again so we could capture it on camera, just for you guys, just for you guys. No, I'm joking, I wanted a video of it. Anyway, so we did that. There was a lot of seagulls everywhere, and they were just sort of chilling on the top of the roof bit of the boat as well. It's very funny. So once we'd done that, we went to this island thing, got off, basically went swimming in the sea, me and Brad, because obviously we hadn't been swimming. It was really nice. Like, the ground was so uneven, but the temperature of it was really cool. Like, it was like cool in one sort of spot and then sort of warm at the same time. It was really hard to explain, but I almost tripped over some fishing wire trying to get in. It's like hazardous. But yeah, there was nobody around, so I don't really know whose fishing wire it was. So yeah, did a bit of swimming, got out, did some sunbathing, which is nice. Gotta love some sunbathing. Then we just sort of walked back to the bar, had a drink. There was quite a lot of naked people. It wasn't like a nudist island or anything, but there was quite a lot of naked people. So we just sort of stayed in one bit. Dad went exploring, but you know, hey ho. We got back on the boat after our drink, and yeah, went back. It was really nice though, because like all the views, it was just like so, I don't know, peaceful, I guess. The music playlist on it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and just see some boats go past. There's a paraglider as well. So yeah, that was Monday. Going back home. So our flight is at 9 o'clock, I believe. It's currently just about 7 o'clock. And yeah, so going home, back to miserable English weather. Fun. Right. So I hope you enjoyed my holiday. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my holiday. And make sure that you like, if you like this video, and subscribe so that you know when I post those upcoming videos. They will be DIY videos. This isn't really a DIY video. I don't know that I tried to be a DIY channel, but well, Prime Medical wasn't really a DIY. Suitcase wasn't a DIY. So maybe I'm not just a DIY channel. But anyway, so I'll see you later guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, bye!